And so the journey continues. Today we delve into a very interesting topic and a concept that sort of is a big part of the way we do life. It's a big part of life and it's a big part of why we decide to do certain things. And that is success. So, success is a concept that varies from individual to individual. So, straight off the bat, I don't believe that each and every person has the same success as a metric. So, we all have different ways and means of understanding this thing called success. And in the way life is, we presume success to be fame. If you're a celebrity, you are successful. If you have a lot of money, you are successful. But in many instances, is that really success? And many times we have different things that attributes towards success, like what you desire as an outcome of what you are doing, your accomplishment of your goals, what you have attained in terms of accreditation and credibility, and personal growth, satisfaction, a sense of accomplishments are not necessarily as high on the list, but I believe it is more important in essence. So, we're not going to really focus on what success is in the general sense, but we want to understand how you become successful, but not as a copy of another, but to be authentic in who you are and be successful in where you are. So, success, I believe, is not a destination, but it can be a checkpoint. And as we understand that checkpoints are not necessarily destinations where you end up and stay, but it is a point that you are passing by. So in your life, you can have hundreds of different successes because that is the way life is. Life is progressive. And when we think of life in this way, when we think of success in this way, we can accomplish so much more, I believe. So when you look at, let's say, from the day you were born, saying your first word is a success because your mother and your father potentially are encouraging you. Say mama, say tada, say dad, say mom. But to them, that is such an incredible success because it gives them great fulfillment. It gives them great self gratification. So, examples of success in the personal sense is your happiness, maintaining relationships, and being content and having a balanced life. So, many times, instant gratification is seen as success, but as instant as that gratification is, that is how instant that gratification can disappear. And that is not an amazing feeling. So, this checkpoint kind of structure that we are understanding about now is that when you are born, you learn to speak, you grow teeth, you learn to walk, you run, you enter into school, and every checkpoint you reach a certain level of success. And I like to say this that Success is not the exact same thing for everyone, as we understand. But success is based on the environment or the exposure that you experience throughout your life. Because if I look at the difference between someone that has gone to a specific school that has great opportunity versus another school that has limited opportunity, you can just imagine the different routes of success that these two individuals will go through. And I think when we want to find success for ourselves, we need to understand what is the thing that's going to make us happy? What are we really passionate about? Is this thing going to be maintaining our relationships? Does this thing give us contentment or not necessarily contentment, but does this thing make us content and lead us to a balanced life? So those are the kind of things that we need to focus on when we look at this thing called success. Because if we look at how social media portrays success, we will see everywhere that you need to have a specific car, you need to have a specific house, you need to have a specific job. But mind you, they are great business people that when you look at the job they do, they may not look like they are successful, but they are incredibly successful, even more so than you can ever imagine. So, what I believe impacts people and what contributes towards this is that we want to leave a legacy, right? We want to impact and we want to have a positive impact and we want to bring well being towards other people. And this is one measure of living or leading to success. So, whenever you are in a position where you can influence someone to be better and to do better and to have them be encouraged for them to understand that there's more to life, I believe that that is a great success. So, in this journey that we are going on, we need to understand that we cannot look at this thing called success in a view direct from where we are and see that success is just straight ahead because there's many different things attributing towards success. And for one, I believed when I was younger that if I'm an accountant, I'll be extremely successful. I was quickly dismayed when I realized that, firstly, in order to be an accountant, you need to study incredibly hard. You need to be incredibly disciplined. And all of these lead to success. But then the market is so saturated, right? That the competition is so high that you have to jump through all these hoops, all these loops. You have to do all these different things just to get to a certain level. And for what? For you to be seen as successful. And for me, it wasn't something that I want to do in a sense where I didn't want to compete for who I wanted to be. I just wanted to be who I am and enjoy life. And then I quickly realized in my journey of studying and doing accounting that I just want to add value. I want to be a positive influence and impact people positively wherever I went. So, our business, the success of our business that we have is we add value and we turn the dial. If our client benefits, we benefit. That's the very simple motto that we have within our organization. So it's important to note that success is subjective and can be different to each person. What constitutes success for one individual is not at all the same for another person. So ultimately, your success is going to be very different from mine. However, we can journey to success together, regardless of how different we are, regardless of our different pathways or the different routes we come from and the different backgrounds we have. But at this particular point, if we decide we want to journey towards success together, we will get there. And the destination, in that sense, is not success, but the working together is rather the success rather than the destination. And when we look at this world that we're in a world of everyone wanting to be in a space where they are doing better than another person. Doing better than another person does not mean that you are more successful than another person. Being in a space where you can leverage each other, being in a space where you can lend a hand is rather more successful than you being better than another person. Because it's a deeper understanding or a deeper thread that goes into you wanting to be better than another person. But that is not for this conversation. So, this is just about success. What do you want success for? So, there was a time where I met with a client and we were just chatting about they have a group of organizations that they assist and they just want these businesses to do well and they want to want them to reach a certain metric because they need to be successful and they want them to reach a certain profit line and they want them to generate a certain revenue and they want them to report well. So that is all great, and the success in that instance is not necessarily maybe the amount of money you're generating, but success can be described as you being able to report well, because understanding your number is better than just generating a lot of income. So I asked the question, why do you want these companies to be profitable? And I was looked at with a shock. And I thought that that was a very important question to ask, because it is great that we're on this magical pursuit of success, that we come from somewhere and we want to be in another space. And in all of this happenings, we are just going to be greatly successful. We're going to have all the money we have. We're going to have all the money we need. We're going to have all the cars. We're going to have the biggest houses. We're going to have, be dressed in the nice clothes. And it's just incredible to think, why do you want these organizations to be profitable? And because I was thinking this, that there are a few things that profit can be used for, right? So, like, if this organization need to pay dividends, then it's great. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are successful, because they will probably be measured against a certain metric in a certain market. And if the market, if they add value to that market of 1%, is that really success? But within the organization itself, they can be doing incredibly well. And that is maybe success. So, like, there's many different things that we as individuals look at and measure as success. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have to be very empathetic around this topic, right? Because we are so focused on success for ourselves and we neglect to understand that there's a journey that we are on. When you are great towards another person, at some point that person will be great towards you. When you assist someone in their success, you always need people in your corner leading you to your success. And I don't believe that success is a journey walked alone. Success is a journey walked. We all know how surfolks worked when we were in school. That is a journey of success. When you all move together, you walk together, you get tired together, you get refreshed together, and you enjoy the water at the end together. That is a day or a moment of great success. And I think we may understand now that success is not things, success is not stuff, but success is really the journey that you walk with people. Success is really that moment where you are not feeling so good, but you have someone that you can reach out to, that you can be energized with. So find people that you can journey with, that can lead you to that sense of success in the space that you are in. And let's not focus on the stuff so much because the stuff will come once you have journeyed together. Because it is better to enjoy good stuff together than to enjoy it alone. So, with that being said, at the end of success, always know that it is better to enjoy it with people rather than enjoy it alone. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I am Andrew James Stewart. This is Dee-Boor. I am living my dream, and I hope you decide to live your dream too. We will see you on the next episode in 1 week's time.